Hey, everyone, another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. We are very lucky today to have coffee and whiskey. You can't go wrong with that. And I'm going to turn it over because we're going to do this a quick show this evening. Turn it over to Beth Smith, the founder of this beautiful coffee brand, and have her talk all about herself because you don't care how to say it at the moment. So I'll tell you all about the beautiful coffee here from Washington.
Uh, well, thank you. Thank you for having us. And we are happy to be here. Yes, coffee is my life, my passion. And I've spent 46 years doing it, and I feel really blessed.
It's a long time.
It's a long time, exactly, especially when I'm only like 46 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She came out of the womb doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Drinking coffee.
That's right.
Pretty much, actually. I kind of did. But I started when I was 16, almost 17 years old, knowing I needed to get a job for college. And there was this coffee roaster and tea leaf ice cream shop in downtown Seattle. And so I went and started working for him, roasting coffee. At that time, I only knew of one other woman roasting coffee,
Wow.
which was, that was pretty fun.
Wild, yeah.
And then as I went through my college years, I worked full time with them as their manager, then started to grow the coffee industry for them because at that time, Seattle didn't have good coffee.
That's funny.
It was way different. The restaurants were serving lower grade coffee, and after having a beautiful meal, you end with this coffee that's not so great. It's a bad memory, and so Starbucks and the company I worked for became Stewart Brothers Coffee, named after the two brothers that owned it. When they got more into coffee, they wanted to put coffee in the name, so they called it Stewart Brothers Coffee, which then they were sued by a company out of Chicago called Stewart Coffee.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so they had just, done this beautiful logo. It had SBC on it. And at that same time, I had done a coffee it was a competition in downtown Seattle with all the coffee roasters. And we won. And so they kept saying, Seattle's best coffee. So that SBC went from Stewart Brothers Coffee to Seattle's best coffee. Fortunately, yeah.
So like in every grocery store ever, Seattle's best coffee.
That's and
exactly.
Airports and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, okay. Now owned by Starbucks.
Yeah.
But at that time, Starbucks only had a few stores. Seattle's best only had a few stores, maybe 5.
Jeez.
Wild. And then Starbucks started to put their emphasis on opening more cafes and having brewed coffee, which that was not what they had at the beginning either. They only had whole bean coffee. So they started growing in that direction. Seattle's Best started growing into restaurants, espresso bars, hotels. Espresso was then starting to come to be. So I opened all the Nordstroms. They started with cafes. I don't know if there's any here, but
we did have one, but I think it's unfortunately closed now. But we did have a cafe on our store up the street, actually.
Oh, okay.
But sadly, they're gone.
It's gone. Well, they did have 2 cafes, usually most of them, and a really nice espresso bar. And so I opened up Washington, Oregon, California, and Virginia for them. And then the whole, espresso started to really become popular. At that time, this is now mid 80s, this handsome man walked into the coffee shops.
Hold on a second, stream. I'll be right back. We have some photos.
Oh, we got pictures, even better. Oh, you're doing that. Say hi to our buddy Donald up in Canada and in Burbank up in New York. So they already want to know, where can they get your coffee? That's a very important question we all need to answer.
Oh, my goodness. From this woman here.
Beautiful.
And online, can you see? So this is my husband in the early days.
That's too funny.
And this is us. That is us, but that wasn't the early days. None of these are early days anymore. Just this one is. These are all kind of more recent, us cupping and us together. And then with our family, our oldest son, Lake, his wife, Kelsey, and our youngest son, Leo, who's with me tonight, too. And so he walked into my life. I did have one rule, and that was I was not going to date any of our customers.
Oh,
so
geez.
He was just a customer for a couple of years.
Wow.
Until he was opening a cafe, and he was this wonderful, funny, great guy, but not organized. And the night before he was supposed to open, he realized he didn't have enough coffee. So he called, and I happened to be the one on call.
Okay.
So I brought coffee up later in the evening, and let's just say the fireworks happened. I don't know, but
you know what it was? He made you a decent cup of coffee.
That's what it was. There you go.
He did. He actually did, and I still remember that cup, and I couldn't believe it. But yes, he was different than in my eyes, because making a good cup of coffee was important. It's crazy. Our worst fights were over coffee. He just never knew how to brew it correctly. And so I had to show him, and eventually he learned. But he was buying coffee then from me. Of course, he thought he would get a discount when we started dating, and that didn't happen. No. He says he paid for it for the rest of his life, and he probably did. So then I was still at Seattle's Best. He was growing Mukilteo Coffee with this cart, and we opened a cafe. And then I started the coffee explosion kind of thing was wonderful, but to me it got out of control, just for my personality. Mm-hmm. I was hiring people with master's degrees to deliver coffee. I was talking to people who didn't care about the quality, only wanted all the promotional items. It was about the quantity, not the quality. Mm-hmm. And Gary was really the true entrepreneur spirit. And he was like, you know what, you should leave and let's just grow our place, our own way. So in 92, I left Seattle's Best Coffee.
Okay.
And we then started to grow Mukilteo Coffee. And
wow.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
So
beautiful.
Mukilteo is a city in Washington State where we started.
Okay.
We couldn't afford to live there. And so we had bought property when we were first married over on Whidbey Island, and eventually bought property and built our roaster. And that space there, it's in the woods. In Mukilteo, we're on the main drag. Everybody knew us. Everybody knew where we were. Then we go to the island. We buy this piece of property in the woods down a road nobody ever goes down. I don't know what's wrong with that, but everybody said location, location, location. But we are busy, and people found us. We are actually on an airstrip, so pilots fly in.
That's very cool.
Do you have a plane?
No, I don't have a plane. I love to own a plane, but I don't have one. I've been on a plane, though.
Yeah, that has been a whole other group of people that have been really wonderful. But it's been really great. When we moved it to the island, we didn't, we still had the competition that we have in Seattle, but it wasn't like next door to us like it can be in Seattle. Okay. And actually a lot of our competitors came up to us and had their meetings. The original Starbucks owners and the original Seattle's Best owners are all dear friends. They come up, they buy their coffee from us because we still do it the old method. It's all done by hand. Our roasting, we have a philosophy on roasting a little lower temperature for a longer period. We use vintage cast iron roasters, so it's heated from the inside out slowly, and it's allowed to develop. And I believe, like my friend here believes, that we can find a coffee or a whiskey that you will love.
That's right.
And so don't tell us you don't drink it.
That's right. We'll find something for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Donna Pass, good to see you out there in California.
Right on. Well, then, right before COVID, my husband was diagnosed with cancer, and he ended up passing. But before he did, he asked me to do a blend in kind of our honor of working together for 40 years. And that was, he said it needed to be B&G. I didn't understand why. And he said Brazil, Guatemalan, Beth, Gary. And so I did a blend for him. And that was really sweet because, he's not a really syrupy guy usually. But that was very sweet. Him passing was a huge thing for me because we loved what we did and we loved doing it together. Everything I'm not, he was, and it really worked. But then I found that our two boys who grew up in the business, they were with us going to Asia 3 times a year. They saw us when we were judges for barista championships. They went to coffee producing countries with us too. So they worked in our cafes, they worked in the restaurant, they knew the business, and they didn't skip a beat. They were there every single day, doing what needed to get done. And I still have the passion. So, I'm still kicking. I'm still here doing what I love. We buy farm direct coffee with most of our coffees. So those relationships are super important. And I'm really excited to highlight some of these coffees tonight and to pair them with some beautiful whiskeys.
Absolutely. In fact, not only doing whiskeys, we're also doing tequilas, gins, cognacs, whatever other stuff we pulled out of the cabinet.
Yeah.
Liqueurs. It's gonna be a fun time. But you can try them all in very small amounts.
Yeah.
So there are still a handful of tickets if you do want to come up here the next 30 minutes before the evening starts. But yeah, there's 25 different spirits that are going to go into them.
You should
So
tell them how. How did you pair them?
So Isabel and I can tell them what yourself here real quick.
So I'm Isabella Masso. I'm the founder of MSBDS. I am the reason Beth is in Texas.
Correct.
So I walked into the roastery and immediately just knew that what I was walking into was quality coffee. And MSBDS, we're a brand house. We tell stories, and Beth has honored us with the ability to tell her stories. So we're the exclusive partner here in Texas for Mukilteo Coffee Roasters, and we do events with them all over the country. So Matt and I had some time before Beth came down to pair these coffees. And let me tell you, we may have gone a little overboard.
We wanted to make sure we got it right. So we spent about 4 hours opening up these cabinets, going through God knows how many spirits to figure out this works, this doesn't work, this works, doesn't work. And eventually, if you guys see over here on this table in the middle, that's all. That's what ended up coming out of it. So
4 hours to pair 5 coffees.
Yeah, so it was very efficient. It was entertaining.
Yeah, we dove in for sure. So
it got super nerdy and fun. It's like, this botanical goes well with this and this. Yeah, it got. If you guys come later tonight, you'll hear this ridiculousness into a much more crazy degree. So
you're talking farm direct. Beth, do you have some insight as to how you source your coffee and kind of that process? Do you mind sharing with some roast examples?
Absolutely. Yeah. So a lot of these coffees were coffees that I kept like when I was visiting. Like this one is our Guatemalan.
Okay.
And it's really near and dear to me. I was in Guatemala. I was cupping 40 different Guatemalan coffees.
Jeez.
And this one stood out, which when you're cupping 40 different coffees, not having your lips on the table is a big thing. And
I imagine so.
You're flying a little bit, but this one stood out because it is most of the coffee in Guatemala is grown on volcanoes, so it picks up that volcanic ash and gets very spicy.
Okay.
This one is grown in this young volcanic soil, which doesn't give it as much acidity. So it's more of like a delicate coffee, but still the liveliness that you expect from a Guatemalan. It's just really a special one. The family, we're buying it or we're selling it to a broker. They didn't even know where it was going. They didn't even know about the quality. And so we went to visit them to see if we could buy it direct. And I brewed coffee for the first time with them and made them realize, now we've been doing it about 15 years that we've been buying coffee from them, and it has changed their farm, their family. They've been able to plant more coffee on their property. Yeah, and it's a special one too. It's the grandfather that started it was called the Keeper of the Trees, and he was really good about keeping water and not just cutting down all the trees. He actually has it that he provides it to a lot of the neighboring farms. Okay. So each one kind of has a story.
This one, by the way, for the stream, this was Matt's favorite in the tasting.
It's delicious.
He's a coffee guy. He says he drinks coffee often, and so this was a standout.
And good. Yeah. Problem is, most places I go, it's disgusting, so I don't drink it there.
No, right.
Totally.
Because I can't, because it's gross.
Yeah,
totally.
So now that you have quality.
Yes, and it's very subjective. So whatever you like, whatever you're looking for, and we're tonight going to be brewing 4 hot coffees and 1 cold brew coffee. which cold brew started out for people that couldn't handle the acids and oils in coffee, and it gave them a way to drink coffee because it extracts like 65% of the acids and oils because you only have cold water going over it. Yeah, you'll taste it. It's incredibly smooth.
So people with like acid reflux, it's way better to drink that.
Oh yeah, people
I did not know
that was originally how it was made. Was they found that they could drink coffee again. So they made this. It's a very simple brewer.
Okay.
And this method is the same one. It's the same actual brewer that I started using, over 40 years ago. So,
Cool.
Yes.
Hey, Eric.
This is the cold brew tonight. We're using the kayak.
Yes.
It's awesome. She actually came over with the concentrate, not even diluted or anything. She said, I would like you to try this. I said, you're the expert here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So sipped it, incredibly smooth.
She thought it was going to be a little bit.
I thought it was going to be bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're letting water sit with the coffee for 24 hours.
Okay.
So that extraction, you're extracting so much more than you would any other time. And the kayak is a blend of Peru and Guatemalan. So you have that kind of brightness of the Guatemalan, and then the Peru is incredibly smooth, nice body to it. So those are nice. They're not going to be competing with each other. It makes a really nice one. We have a Java, which is, a synonym for coffee. But Java is like kind of the least known of the Indonesian coffees and mostly used in a blend of mocha Java. And I actually have never bought and sold straight Java because I didn't think the quality was there. This Java really stood out. It's again very creamy, almost has a malt-like finish at the end. But it's really a beautiful coffee. And then the Kenya, an African coffee. This one, it's a single origin. It's from Kenya, but it's in north and western Kenya. They will actually bring coffee in from different farms because they're all very, very, very small farms.
So single origin, what is the definition of that?
So single origin is it's coming from a single country.
So country, okay.
Usually, yeah. And then single estate is one estate.
Okay.
So the Guatemala is one estate, the Java is, our Peru is, our Costa Rican is, things like that. Honduras, yeah.
Whereas
exactly.
The other end of that spectrum would be a blend. So a blend, for example.
So
there we go.
A happy hippie blend, which is a whole other story.
I was like, we gotta hear a story about that.
Yeah, exactly. But this one is coffee. Half of this is a Vienna roast, and we take 3 different coffees and we roast them together. So there's a development of all those coffees being melded together and roasted together. And what's the challenge, I guess, for our roaster is that each of these are developed at the same time. And then after that's roasted, we have another part of this is our Guatemalan that we roast an Italian roast. And then we blend all those together. So it's a pretty complex. It's really delicious if you like kind of a richer coffee, a little bit of a darker roast.
Is this one popular?
This one is our most popular.
Okay. Cool.
As far as volume, our Chetza Mocha is the most popular.
Okay.
But this one, as far as every sale, is the Happy Hippie. I love this as like a French press. I wouldn't use it as an espresso, but it's a beautiful French press.
Oh, see, Dawson says like sun-dried East African coffees are his jam.
Oh,
yeah. There's also a comment. I'm a huge fan. What does that say? I can't see. I'm a huge fan of Yirgacheffe.
Yirgacheffe, yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah. We usually have a few bags of a Yirgacheffe. Right now, I don't, so I don't have it on our website. But we usually will have Yirgacheffe. I do have a natural Ethiopia Sidama, but that's the only Ethiopia I have right now. But that's a beautiful coffee.
So how can people find you? Where can they come visit you if they were to try?
Well, you're always welcome to come visit us on Whidbey Island, Langley, or our website is mukilteocoffee.com.
Yes, I'll make that easy.
Yeah.
We'll put that in here so people can. Not the easiest word in the whole world.
Oh, yeah. How do you spell Mukilteo?
They're like, what?
Actually means good camping grounds.
Mukilteocoffee.com.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee. Oops.
Mukilteocoffee.com. Yeah. but we're trying to get it changed to good coffee grounds. And we haven't had anything to drink yet.
Nope.
That's the scary part.
Yes.
Yep.
But we have been here for a long time.
Yeah, we've been setting up all day.
Yes.
Yes, blowing up balloons.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and brewing coffee. But are there any other questions? Do you have
Yeah,
any questions there? Are they saying anything? I'm not even reading.
I guess the question is, do you want any whiskey while you're on the show?
Oh, yes.
I mean, what should we pull? It's a good question. What should we pull?
Surprise me.
What kind of whiskey you like in general?
Well,
Her favorite bottle is that one. Remember? The,
You told me Abalone.
Yeah.
I mean, we can grab that too. I mean, it's
Are you
not,
sure? No, we don't have to open it.
I don't care. I mean, here, it's your favorite whiskey. Here, have that Abalone corner there. That one, yeah.
Oh.
We might as well have it,
really
right?
Special.
DJ one more. Oh, so DJ one, he's actually up from your neck of the woods up there. So yeah.
Oh.
How did I not know it was the first key on the key ring? It's not in the middle.
The method to his madness.
That's
huh?
right.
I live 5 minutes from Mukilteo.
He's really, really close.
Say hi.
All right, that's awesome.
Yes. Please come visit. Come visit.
So the real question is, DJ one, have you ever been there to visit them? If
Red-
not, you need to go.
Red breast with a fruity coffee.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of cool. So some of the stuff we helped pick, like we picked a Thenico Native, which is a overproof chocolate rum, which is gonna be amazing. We got the Woodford Double Oak. We got Old Forester 1910.
Honestly, the biggest surprise for me was that
Gin
no,
or the Rock and
the
Rye.
Rock and Rye.
Yeah, we did a Rock and Rye from Philadelphia, which you guys really like. It's a Hollister's one. We also have the gin from Santa Fe, which has got a really fun funk to it, which is going to be awesome. So Highland Park 12. We've got Macadam 10. We got Writer's Tears Double Oak, which is a cognac finish. We got multiple Texas whiskeys. We got some Ardbeg. We got some tequilas from Cambio, Arenejo, all sorts of cool, fun stuff. So the Hirak from the Isle of Harris. So, yeah, it's going to be a really good, fun evening. And I also know some brands are also bringing some other whiskeys with them and some other liqueurs that I don't even have yet at the moment they're going to go into. So it's going to be a good, fun night. So we're going to basically go around the room and have everybody try all these amazing coffees and then pair them with the people who like the best. So I like some homemade Irish cream at the moment, even better. So Gigi wants to know, are they at the Vault? I don't know what the Vault is. I'm assuming that's a restaurant maybe near you. I don't know.
We don't know the Vault.
I don't know the Vault. It's a good question. We're at the castle right now, so but we are going to have a good time for sure.
In the Pacific Northwest, you can find Mukilteo Coffee in grocery stores and at the roastery themselves on the online portal. You know, there's options. You can send me an email, isabella@msbds.org, right? So we will get you your coffee.
That's right. So speaking of it, what is general price range for what they do want to order some coffee and what is the size of the bags and stuff like that?
Yeah. So take that one. Price and size. $1.
That's
$16.75 for 12 ounce bag.
$16.75, which is a great deal, actually.
It is
for a
lower
12
than
ounce
actually
bag.
direct because she loves me.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. There we go.
She's trying to support.
Yeah. So it's 12 ounce bag, which is what a household usually goes through in a week.
Okay.
Which is best for the coffee. It's, you want to use it not right out of the roaster. You want to at least wait 24 hours.
Okay.
But we put it into a valve bag here. It's a one-way valve that lets the carbon dioxide out that the coffee's emitting, but not the oxygen in, which is what starts to stale it. And then it's sealed. But once you open it, you really want to use it within about 10 days. And grind, having the right grind is really important with whatever your brewing method is. Because you want your extraction to be as optimal as possible. So
absolutely.
So I'd actually like to bring up a quality story. A few weeks ago, while you guys smell and taste your whiskeys, Beth called me and was like, "Hey, I have to move a meeting because I have to go onto the mainland because we got a call from a customer. Their espresso's not pulling right? So if you're talking about the level of care that Mukilteo Coffee has, Beth got on the ferry. She went across to the mainland. She went to their restaurant. She pulled espresso shots, and you figured out why. It was pulling too much crema.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's really it. I mean, this isn't a job. This is definitely my passion. It's personal. Both Gary and I felt that way, and continue to take this passion. It's not quantity over quality. We were made with 5 pound accounts, small accounts that just have grown. And that's important. I really hope all of our customers are comfortable with the whatever brewing method they're using and doing that.
How long
So.
is your longest lasting customer?
Longest one just celebrated their 45th anniversary. Yeah,
Wow.
It's the original owner doesn't have it anymore, but he sold it to one of his employees, and she's continued with it. And they always get best coffee in Seattle. Yeah, it's a big one, and we have a number of them. They don't leave.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We totally believe in taking care of our customers, whether they're coming into our cafes or into the roaster or our wholesale accounts, and taking care of our employees, treating them with respect, keeping the integrity of this coffee. All of this is going to be just really important. Our farmers can do so much, and then if we either fail or if our customer, pours an espresso that's not right or steams it inappropriately, it goes all out the door. Then everything that's happened. So this is really good.
It is really good.
This is really.
Your
do you like
favorite?
it?
I love it. It's
Yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah.
They're gonna be here sometime next year,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you should come back down when they're in town. It'd be a good time. We could even
Okay.
have some coffee.
Yeah, how do you refuse that one? What do you taste? What do you taste? What do you smell?
Smelling. I'm not getting any smoke or anything.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Definitely don't peanuts.
It's I don't know if I'm smelling it correctly with this, but
That's
it's
actually a great point too. How are you supposed to smell?
Yeah, I
it?
mean, I usually, I like to get kind of like this, keep your mouth open, but you notice it a little bit, not just, shove it up there. It doesn't feel great. So,
that makes a difference though.
makes
Yeah,
a big.
no, it
So you want to
does.
keep your mouth open, so it really keeps all the alcohol vapors from, going up in here,
Yeah.
and you can really get the nose and the flavor of it. So,
So coffee is actually a little bit different.
Okay.
Also kind of similar in a way.
But
right?
similar, yeah. Yeah, with that one, you also want to keep your mouth and nose
Okay.
open and usually go over it's a bigger rim. And so
Sure.
it's easier to put both in there.
yeah.
I couldn't do that on this
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
But it just really brings it up so much more when
Well,
don't
what's
know
some
when-
information about this bottle? Do you mind sharing some of that?
I mean, it's just Abelard. It's not, it's one of those distilleries been around a little over 100 years. Not the most exciting history in the whole wide world. It's just one of those like, hey, we make good scotch.
Yeah.
Been around for a long time. I hate to say it, but I think they started I want to say it was 1879. And really and truly, it's unfortunately the most boring history there is.
No.
It's just and we're here. We make good scotch. We closed a couple of times, and we're still here. There's some more scotch. And unfortunately, that's pretty much the history of Abelard. It's not much more than that.
But it's a 12-year-old age.
Yeah, it's a 12-year-old statement. Especially if you are into Macallan, you buy their 18 year, significantly cheaper by the 18 year of Abelard, and I think personally also better at this point in time. Macallan, unfortunately, has been taking some shortcuts lately, whereas Abelard is not. So, you get what you pay for. But the good news is probably about a third of the price of Macallan for Abelard's 18. So, and it's, just dark and beautiful one. We'll probably have some later tonight. There's a really good chance that gets poured. So, even if we don't pour with the tasting, we'll have some before you leave, certainly. But yeah, the great thing too about the 12 is you can get this for $50 or less, which is a great thing about it too. And it's just a solid, awesome sherry cask whiskey that I thoroughly enjoy. But yeah, it's just got this really nice gooseberry and cranberries on the nose.
Yeah, I definitely get the cranberry. I don't, but I love the way it kind of covers my mouth or my tongue. And it's really balanced.
Absolutely. There's the lingonberries. Yeah, a little of that lingonberry sauce you get. That's pretty predominant Wisconsin area.
It's like holiday fruit. Almost.
Yeah.
Like the cranberries.
Exactly. Yeah, it reminds me of a Thanksgiving dinner.
The first time I had this was actually in a martini.
That is wild.
It
That
was
is wild.
it was
Hold on a second.
it was a gin martini,
Okay.
and they just put a cap full of this in, and they called it a smoky martini, and it didn't taste smoky to
Yeah,
me.
there's no
but-
smoke in there.
No, it didn't, but it was really nice. My
Cool.
husband didn't like it.
Yeah.
He wanted just a straight gin,
Mm.
but I really liked what it did. It kind of made it a deeper taste, the whole martini.
Yeah. Well, there were some of the pairings that we were discussing. That we were like, okay, well, what would I eat with coffee per se, right? Or what would I do as far as a pairing? And we went down the rabbit hole, let me tell you. So it was really fun.
Yeah, 4 hours of
I
fun.
think people are starting to show up for this event,
Yes,
Matt.
I know.
I don't know.
I'm
So-
excited.
Absolutely. So we will say goodbye here to YouTube land, and we'll get started here at the Whiskey Cast. So you do have about 10 minutes. You do want to come down here and join us. So you can do that, or you'll have to just do it another time. So thank you very much, Beth, for being here. And like I said, you can go get the coffee online, all that good fun stuff. And we're going to have an awesome evening. So looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't even share it with
Now,
you.
now